Africa stands at the crossroads of a bold new era, where waste is no longer a burden, but a treasure waiting to be unlocked. At the forefront of this transformation is Seunfunmi Ogungbure, the visionary CEO of CircularityAfrica, an emerging leader turning waste into wealth across the continent. With CircularityAfrica, Seunfunmi is tackling environmental challenges with innovation, resource efficiency, and community empowerment. From reducing plastic pollution to creating new economic opportunities, Seunfunmi's leadership is driving a movement toward a regenerative, resilient Africa. With every initiative, Seunfunmi and CircularityAfrica redefines how we think about sustainability, proving that Africa can lead the world towards a future where waste becomes the foundation for a brighter, greener tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Seunfunmi Daniel Ogungbure. I am co-founder and CEO at CircularityAfrica Limited. We are a climate and environmental sustainability company that provides community recycling services, sustainability consulting, and carbon emission reduction services, for businesses and institutions alike. We started out in 2022, and we have our operations in Lagos, though our focus is Africa. But we are starting out in Lagos, being one of the most viable cities in Africa, and given the population of the state, and also the fact that Lagos is at the forefront of waste management in Africa, it makes it the best place to start our programs. And it's been an amazing experience till now. So this started in 2012. Yes. I started out as a climate activist. I remember back in the days where we were in my local communities then, it was all, heaps of refuse were Disneylands for us, right? That was where we were playing, and that was where we had the best of fun, and that was where we were dreaming. Some of us wanted to be, we wanted to, some that want to be lawyers, some that want to be doctors, whatever it is, right? The different visions and dreams. We all had it. I won't tell you what I wanted to be, but I'm still on that journey. So I lived in a community where heaps of refuse was just like, that was one of the landmarks. When you're coming into our community, you see that. And it's also known as Maracana. Not Maracana, Adidas, right? That's where the likes of, I've heard, I don't know, I haven't seen them myself, but I heard that a lot of Nigerian superstars, like the footballers, where they played in that, because we have a playground there. Ndidi and the likes, grew up in that area as well. Because of what we were doing, we just stumbled on the fact that some things were not right, especially the environment. Things were not going on well. We see PSP operators, because that was when it was during that period that PSP operations, because it started with Fashola's regime at the time. So PSP operations started, but they were not coming to our community, and they were not coming because of, for some political reasons. This is not the set for it. So we started, we just organized ourselves. We organized the community around a common challenge, which was waste management, right? And from there, we started, and then we engaged the authorities after 45 years of neglect, right? So apparently, the waste that we saw, the heaps of refuse, didn't just start when we were born. They've been there before, we were born, and so we took it up, and then luckily for us, the government responded, and that was how we got PSP operations into our community for the first time in 45 years. And that opened up the community, to different developmental impact, including a school, that has been in existence since Jakonde era. So that was the first time we had a modern school in the community through our efforts. And so since that time, here we are, right? So Circularity Africa was incorporated in 2022 because we felt that was where we've had the most impact by data. That was the entry points to a lot of the communities that we've had, and looking at the fact that waste management is a major challenge in Lagos and also in Nigeria. There's no better way to address this issue than creating an entity that is solely focused on waste management and environmental pollution as well. So here we are. So Lagos generates about 15,000 metric tons of waste every day, right? Nigeria, you can imagine how much you generate, right? So much more. And it is also reported that Nigeria generates about 32,000 metric tons of waste, 32 million metric tons of waste, and about 9 to 10 million metric tons plastics, right? So, but collection has been a major issue. Waste management has been a major issue in Lagos and in Nigeria. Lagos is even trying, right? But Nigeria, it's a no-go area. It's completely. We only hope for a better future, and it's going to happen. We're getting there gradually. This is one of the. I'm sure this looks very familiar. This is from your water. This is your water bottle, and in the same category are your PET bottles used in your minerals, right? Coca-Cola, Fanta, and the likes. And this is also the same. they're the same. It's the same water bottle, but the smaller size. And this becomes this, right? When we collect this from households and restaurants and offices and bars, and when we aggregate them, through our community services, we have something called community collection clusters. So that's how we collect our waste, right? One community at a time. So when we collect them, we aggregate and then we sort. We sort by removing the caps, rings. So when we remove them, we sort by color. So when you look at it, this is blue, this is red. So we sort them by color. Some of them are green. Some of your, like 7-Up is green. So though they have a new, they have another bottle. So they're innovating so that it's easier to recycle. And this then is then processed into this, and then so it's then processed into this. These are called flakes. So they are shredded. So they're shredded into smaller sizes, so that it's through this process that we can then take them through a process called extrusion, right? Through the extrusion process, we can either decide to pelletize or create something like this. So this is your natural bricks, interlocking blocks, but we have, instead of using normal cement and sand and all of these other components, plastics, is being made into this, right? So we take it through that same process, right? And then we mix sand. We mix some sand and some other materials with it, including what's it called now? Some bit of not so much of cement. We don't use cement with this, right? But we just add a bit of sand to it, and then plastics makes the most important components of it. And this is it. And though our operations haven't gotten to this level yet, But this is what the potential is, right? It can be turned into this. It can be turned into jerseys. Nike uses 7 bottles of PET bottles to make a jersey. There are sneakers. The Super Eagles captain, maybe hopefully he's still the captain now, Mr. Trust Ekong, made. He wore the boots he wore at the Nations Cup were made out of plastics, right? So there's so many innovations, coming up to ensure that we are able to reduce the volume of plastic waste that's been generated in our environment and society. Thank you.
Welcome back. We'll be talking to Seunfunmi. Seunfunmi runs a company called CircularityAfrica. And CircularityAfrica is about recycling, but then allowing you to tell us more about it. Hi, Sean. Please, how would you work?
Well, I'm going to help
CircularityAfrica.
Right.
Science business.
Yeah. That's how they ask the local players. Business has been good. Not without its challenges. A time where you have you know how they say it in London in practice, right? So you have a projection, you have a plan, and by the time you get to the field,
Everything's off the roads.
and it's entirely different story. So what that calls for is it's a test of your grit and your determination to want to succeed in business, and also it calls to question your network as well. How much are you able to leverage to be able to meet all these your business goals and your targets, knowing that first of all what you had come to the market with has been completely flawed, and you're more or less almost starting from ground zero. Right. So it's that kind of.
Tell me about the sector in Nigeria in terms of the number. How many is the sector?
Wow. The Nigerian recycling industry is valued at over $14 billion.
$14 billion. $14 billion.
I'm not mistaken, yeah. $40 billion. And the Lagos market alone is valued at more than $2 billion.
That's it,
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's an interesting number.
And it's less than 5% saturated.
That's it.
It's still
It's largely underserved.
Yes, largely underserved.
So let's talk about CircularityAfrica.
Right.
In terms of working capital, what is that like, or working capital required in the business?
So working capital is definitely required because apart from setting up your aggregation hub, where the materials are being brought to for sorting and baling, right? Before you ship them out. We also have a strategy where the system will build community collection clusters, so that aggregation centers are more closer to the households, right? And people can easily walk into those places, drop their materials, to scale them, then they get a record down pay. So for every weight, for every kilogram of material that is brought to us, there's a payment that is made in exchange, right? So we have some programs where there is health insurance, there's the feed the child program, for example. So instead of giving cash in some cases, some people prefer to leave their materials and the volume with us. So instead of collecting the cash, they will rather pick up a health insurance policy.
That's it,
right? With a partner, and they get. While others prefer their cash. It's cash and carry.
So in terms of the turnaround time for your cash and working capital, Obviously, you invest into your product, which are some of these categories: pet bottle, aluminium can, and what are these?
These are pure sachet, and this is a shrink.
A shrink. Okay, so obviously you invest in this is actually the product. So what is the turnaround time before the
it depends on
buyer
to pay? Yeah. So in terms for buyers to pay, it's usually between 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
Right. But where the work is in the aggregation of the volume that is required.
I see. So if I'm correct, your working capital is not tied down into receivable.
No.
If you understand. No. So you were able to return your money, right?
Yes.
To keep them back. Okay, specifically in terms of managing money and all of that, is there any specific problem or challenges that you're facing that we can address here when it comes to the money side of this business?
One of the first things we discovered when we started was there were some items that were not coming in as much as others, but they were tying money down.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, to get a kilogram of this, you need about 66 pieces
of
this to get a kg.
Okay.
Right.
And what is the average weight supply?
The average weight that is supplied to us.
That you supply to your buyer?
Oh, that was supplied. So for it to make any sense at all, it has to be about 2 tons.
How many kg? Forgive me.
That's 2,000 kg.
Okay, it's 2 tons.
Yes.
So 1,000 kg is
1 ton, yeah.
So that means you need 6 pieces to get 1 kg.
Yeah.
That means you need 66,000 to get a kg.
To get the ton.
A ton.
Yeah. So sometimes you could sell 500 kg because it's also good money, right? You're able to pull that off. So, but it takes a while to get this.
So most of the time, if I get it correctly, it might take you days for you to pull out the materials.
Right. If you're waiting for all the materials to be created, yes, it's going to take a while, a long time. The other challenge is we also have to look at the demography, right, and their purchasing power as well. Some communities, let's compare it, some parts on the mainland and some on the island. Majority of the people on the island is majority of the people on the island, this is what they drink.
Okay.
Right. You most likely will find more of this on the island than this.
Okay.
Right? Because when you get into the average household, you will not find a filter sachet.
You might
find it, yes. But of course, I might find it.
People do different things with this.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily drink this, but they might do some other house jobs with these. Some domestic, water usage, you might use this. So, I mean, so what I see now is that sometimes you may have to, because you don't have enough, you can't really sell, right?
Yeah, we can't sell more.
Which one do you have extra?
So this depending on the volume that is.
Which one are you able to readily get?
So now, currently we've sold these 2 more, these 3 items more, because we also have supply chains where we get this in larger volumes, so I'm not depending on the channels we have created ourselves. So we work with urban miners who go about this and that, and we buy off them.
So what is the specific point of the problem? It could be on the operation side of things. It could be, by the way, you pay yourself salary? Okay, good. Sometimes I'm seeing many entrepreneurs on this seats that not paying themselves salary, they just take
so now to answer that question appropriately, it is structured to pay us salaries, but at the nascent stage, you can't take salaries or the desired salary off.
It's in 2 parts. taking the desired salary is one thing, taking a salary I thought is another thing, because also you understand that as a founder, you're working in the business, you spend a lot of your time, your expertise, so the idea is that how do you make ends meet? Obviously, something also has to kind of like for your personal upkeep. So and that's the essence of taking salary as even as a founder, CEO, like a bit of a person. Because in that you're able to properly manage the company finances, not just take money anyhow. So
So what we're going to address that is to we understand that yes, we can take. If we go into the labor market, there's the value that we know we provide, and there's also the indirect amount of money we're sure that we'll be able to earn in our earning capacity. So because we know the business can pay us that now, so there's a minimum that we have set.
Exactly.
So we call that allowance, not so we call that monthly allowance.
I mean, it's salary.
Not salary.
So you know why?
Right.
Because also when a taxman comes to you, because they'll ask for your pay, of course, they will look through your books to see how you're paying salary. So see the salary, obviously they expect you to deduct pay and pay your pay on time and get your tax plan. So of course also that's why it's also very important to be able to sometimes legally get that transaction properly in your books to be able to sustain your money.
Yeah, sure. So I mean that doesn't stop us from paying taxes. It's just I think it's that mindset.
So if I ask, what does the future look like? I mean, what I wanted to ask you before is what is the turnover currently, and what is the growth opportunity? Okay,
so currently the turnover is still is not as we have projected, right? Reason being that
what was the projected turnover?
The projected turnover was about 4 tons per day.
I mean, just give me a figure
annually. Annually, that would be about 40. I think that would be about 80. No, annually is 130 something, right?
130 something what?
Right, that million.
Million naira.
Yes.
Okay. So around 30 million naira.
Right.
So, but what does the future look like because of the current realities?
So because of the current realities, we have to first of all look at the reasons for what the challenges we're facing. And one of it is that we haven't gotten our collection channels up and running yet. So we have to address that so that because it's a volume business, right? So the more volume you can get and the faster you can get the volume, the better, right? If you're able to do 2 tons every 3 days, for example, right? But at the end of the month, right, you'd have done about if I'm not mistaken, let's even use the normal calculation, the 4 tons per day. At the end of the month, we've done about 96 tons. The future looks like 96 tons actually.
What does that mean?
Right. In terms of money, that's we're talking in the region of 400
million naira.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it also like an indication of the picture of what these business could be. All things being equal, and I think for us here, it's all about also supporting that growth, and of course also as much as possible empowering you with what is required to attain that growth. And of course, we wish you all the best
in
that journey, and in the future.
Right.
I will also want to at some point be able to follow on the journey and see how you're doing, how you're reaching the future goals.
Oh, definitely.
Already,
Yeah, I look forward to sharing with you.
In Congo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Any last thoughts?
Last thoughts.
No, at least two.
Well, last thoughts would just be there is so much. There's the opportunity for aligned impact is enormous, right? So every business is out there with aligned interest for climate and environmental impact. That's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for us to work together to be able to meet, because some of the needs that we have as a business are infrastructural driven. So with them coming in as partners, which would be their own CSR, and also that can also be part of their ESG, in impact, right? So they would help us meet those needs, and then that would also be a value to them as well. So we're open for partnerships. Let's work.
I'm glad they will reach out. I'm sure they will reach out right now.
I look forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.